Welcome to Fit for Life. I'm Karen McKenzie, and we are going to do strength training again with no equipment except your body. We're going to be strengthening your lower body this time, and so we don't really need anything to do that. So most of our exercises will be done standing up. So are you ready? I did want to mention one thing before we start. Another reason for maintaining lower body strength is to avoid a fall. In order to avoid a fall, you have to be able to stand on one foot for 15 seconds. Most people over 80 can't do 2 seconds unless they're regular exercises. So before we start anything today, why don't we just try it? Let's try to stand with 1 foot up for about 2 seconds. That should be easy, right? Just make sure you're not here. Make sure you have your chair, a sturdy chair. All right. And you're going to lift one heel up, that's all, just the heel, so you still have both feet on the floor, nice and tall. I'm going to hold on to the edge right here. Lift that foot up. All right, now put one finger on the back of the chair. Make sure the weight is slightly forward. Of course, you're not going to be all aligned when you're walking, but this is the way we're going to practice balance with 1 foot up. Can you let go for 2 seconds? 1, 2. Look, even I can't do that because I haven't done this for a while. Let's try it again. You're going to lift one heel up, nice and tall. Lift the foot up, hold on. Now hold on, or touch one finger to the back of the chair. Try for 2 seconds. 1, 2. I did better already, just doing it twice. Let's try the other foot. All right? You're going to lift the heel up. Not too close to the chair. Just make sure you're straight. You're all in alignment. You're going to lift that knee up, nice and tall. Holding on, then holding on with one finger. This is my weaker leg. Can you tell? See if you can do 2 seconds. 1 and 2. Was that too easy? Let's try 4 seconds on each side. Just doing this is strengthening our legs, especially the feet. All right, you're going to lift that foot up again. Just hold on, nice and tall. Make sure the weight is on the front part of the foot. That means you can lift your heel up. Try it. Just lift it twice. That will also strengthen the lower leg. All right, now hold on, and then hold on with just one finger. 1, 2. That's easy. We can do 2, right? Let's lift the other foot up. Let's lift the heel up first, nice and tall. I'm going to put my arm out here. Lift up, slightly forward, one finger on the chair, and just see if you can do 2 seconds. How did you do? Maybe you did a little bit of a dance. Let's try it again on the first side. Lifting that heel up. Now lifting the foot up. One finger. Now not holding on at all. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I bet you did better than I did. Let's try the other side. Lifting the heel up, lifting the foot up, nice and tall now. One finger and let go. 1. Oh, I'm terrible today. 2. Maybe because I want to show off and I can't. But we're going to do some strengthening right now that's going to help all of us, including me. So let's hold on to the chair first. I'm going to give you probably the easiest exercise you've ever done in your life. You're going to lift your heels up. 1. Do it again. Both at the same time. 2. These are called heel lifts. There are other names for it. It doesn't look like it's doing anything, does it? Try to maintain your posture if you can. We're going to do 10. We do 10 of mostly everything that we do, don't we? So we're going to lift up again. We'll say this is 4, 5, 6. So you're going to feel your calf muscle. That's your gastrocnemius, by the way. You're going to feel it tighten and strengthen. And we'll do 10 of these. Let's try one more. Up. Put your heels down. Your feet are parallel. They're not turned out. They're just parallel. You're nice and tall, as I said. You're going to bend your knees now. Keep those knees bent. Keep them bent. And just come down slowly. Is my back straight? I hope so. All right. And then we're going to come back up. Most people have one side, one leg that's weaker than the other. So I'm going to stand on my left side, hopefully to improve my balance. And we're going to do a set always on the weaker side. And when I start to lose my balance, it's usually to that weaker side. So I know it needs more strengthening. So let's do that together. Holding on. So you have to lift this up. So it's a little more of a challenge, right? Lifting the heel 1 and 2. And you won't be crooked. Not if this leg is weaker than the other. 4, or the other leg. And 5. And 6. And if you're not used to doing it, you'll feel it. 7. And 8. And 9. And 10. Okay. But we will do the stretch for both sides. It won't hurt the side you didn't work on. So we're going to bend both knees. Bend, 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 bend. Feel a nice stretch in your calf muscle. Doesn't that feel great? Now, if you let go and you stay down here like this, you're strengthening your quadriceps. 4 big muscles that strengthen when you do this kind of an exercise. Whenever you do anything like a squat, bending the knees, really important for us seniors. So you're going to come back up. Just shake those legs out a little bit. If you need water, take a little sip of water, and I'll wait for you before we do the next exercise. Now this time, let's try this. We're going to lift the heels up. You're going to stay up there, okay? And now you're going to bend your knees and bend your knees again. Keep your heels up. Don't put your heels down. And this will strengthen the quadriceps that I was just talking about, okay? So we'll go down and down. If it hurts your knees, stop when it hurts your knees and just come back up and wait for us. That's all. Down, down, down. You're still there? Take one hand off. Take one hand, the other hand. How about both? Boing. See, you balance for a second anyway, right? Let's come back up. Now your heels are still up. Holding on. Are you still holding on to the chair? You have to, because we're going to do a little back bend. We don't do enough going back. All right, now put your heels down. Now we'll bend those knees again so we can just relax a little bit. How does that feel? We're going to do one more of those because it's really important, but I'm still feeling the stretch in the calf muscle the most. And you don't want to get cramping, do you? So we want to stretch them out. All right, let's shake the leg out a little more, and then on the other side. Good. So the same thing, you're going to come up. We call it half toe in ballet. All right, good. Now you're going to just bend those knees, bend your knees. Maybe you'll be able to go down a little bit farther this time. Yes? Keep going. Keep going. Again, if you don't do this at all, if you don't exercise or walk much, you will feel this. But this is a very basic fitness component. Strength is really important. Coming back up, your heels are still up. Let's do that back bend. Make sure you're holding on. All right. Now we'll put those heels down. Great. We're going to just stretch that leg a little bit. Loosen up your muscles. Great. Let's try. Yes, I think we should do this first. We're going to point to the back. We are going to do something to strengthen the hamstring. Do you know where it is? These are the quadriceps. Right here, the hamstrings. And this is how we do it. You're going to point to the back. You can straighten that leg as much as possible. You're going to lift up and put it down. If this cramps, stop doing it right now, okay? Just bring it up a little bit and down, because I could feel that a little. 3 and 4 and 5. How you doing? Maybe you've never done this one before. And you know, a lot of what I do can be done on the floor. You can vary exercises and accommodate whether you're standing, seated. I do a lot seated too. Let's try one more of these. So this is good for your hamstring, but you know what? We need to stretch it. So let's do this. I'm going to turn and face you. We're going to put the heel right down, toe up, leg straight. I'm going to bend the opposite knee. Keep your back straight. I just put my hand back there to rest it. Keep your head up and keep your back straight. In other words, don't do this. I want you to keep that back straight for a better stretch. So this is a stretch for your hamstring, and I wanted to do that right away so that it wouldn't cramp. Again, keep your head up. But we have to do the other side. Sorry. So we're going to touch to the back. Do you remember what we did second? Up. And I kind of like pointing the toe because it reminds me of ballet when I was in ballet class, and I do use my ballet stretches in classes too. Maybe we'll do a ballet bar sometime. That would be fun. And 5 and 6. How does this feel? Kind of strange, huh? Kind of an odd way to move, but it is a really good exercise. And I mean it. If it feels kind of funny, just lift a little bit. Everything can be modified, but now we have to stretch that leg. Straight back, heel down, toes up. You're holding on. Keep your back straight, putting the hand right there. How does that feel? Oh boy. Keeping the back straight. Can you feel this strengthening also? Not so bad, huh? All right. And then we'll come back up. Wonderful. While we're this way, while I'm facing you, again, just make sure that you're straight. Your body is straight. You're not too close to the chair or too far away, right? And I want to do a little more stretching, and this is an easy way and a fun way, and it feels good, and it's almost aerobic, so it gets the heart rate up a little bit. Aerobic cardiovascular. 3. How does that feel? Try it without holding on. No, I'm only kidding. Or maybe you could. Just holding on with one finger, but keep it low. We'll say 7, 8, 9. You can always do more because I can't see you. I don't know what you're doing. So again, keeping nice and straight. We'll do the other side. 1, 2. Now this looks very easy to do, and it usually is, but because my left leg is a little weaker, I'm using a little more effort. Yeah. But there are ways to take care of that. You just do more on the left leg, right? All right, wonderful. All right, so again, facing front, you're going to bend your knees and then bring your heels up when doing it fast. 2, all the time strengthening. And 3, and 4. Did you feel like you're dancing? And 5, and 6. So you're bending the knees and you're lifting the heels. Good. And bending. Wonderful. I'm having fun. The joy of movement, it's called. Up and down. Good. And up and down. So everything we've done will strengthen your legs. And you need it. You need it for walking. You need it for getting in and out of bed. You need it for getting into a car. You need it when you have to pick something up on the floor. If you don't have the strength and you can't bend your knees, what's going to happen? And then you have to hold on to everything, and then it's difficult to get up. So just keep that in mind. What we're going to do next is kind of similar, using the quads a lot, but this engages your hamstrings a little bit and even your calf muscles. It's called the squat. And what I've been reading, because I'm always researching anything on aging, anything on health for us, this will do more to strengthen your lower body than almost anything, really. And all you do is this. You bend your knees like we did before. Stay near the chair in case you have to grab it. Arms forward. You can even clasp your hands. And make believe you're going to sit down and just reach forward at the same time. That's a lot to remember, isn't it? Oh, how does that feel? Can you feel that? Isn't that a killer? But the books say that this could be one of the most important exercises you do for balance, leg strength and balance. Keep that in mind. No, it's not a beautiful thing. It's a little ungainly, but it's good for us. It's like medicine, right? Bend those knees, reaching forward. You're going to sit down. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Reaching, reaching. You still there? All right, we'll come back up. Arms out now. We're just standing. Can you lift your heels up and stay there for a few seconds? You don't have to lift your heels all the way up. Just a little bit. And now we'll bend the knees so we can stretch the calf muscle. Try it again. I'm just giving you a little break. Up, whoops, and down. So what are we doing today? We're strengthening our lower body, everything, especially the legs. And up and down again. Good. And up. Now, in the first show, maybe the second show too, let's stop for a minute. I mentioned that you don't do strength training 2 days in a row, especially if you're using exercise machines in a gym. But did you notice we did, on the last show, we did upper body strengthening, and now we're doing lower body. So you can do it like that, different muscle groups, but you wouldn't do upper body again the second day. Just thought I'd mention that. That's the protocol. It's a little safer like that. All right, let's do 2 more squats, and then I'll leave it alone. So here we go. Bend those knees, reaching forward as if you're going to sit. All right, and you can do this with the chair in back of you. If you had to hold onto your sink or something, there are ways to do it. This is really, really important, and it really works. It really, really works. Reaching forward, it's called a squat. Simple squat. All right, now you notice in some Asian countries, they sit down on the floor a lot. So their legs get strong, and they're able to get up and down and sit with their knees apart and everything. So it's just the way they live. But we don't do that. We don't eat sitting down on the floor. All right, we're going to do one more, and if it's too much, just do a little one. Bend your knees a little bit, reach forward. Not too bad, huh? That's great. And you are kind of balancing here, too. This is an exercise for balance. All right, and then we'll come back up. Now, how do we stretch this out, though, the quadriceps? How do we do that? If you can do it, and only if you can do it, just lift your leg up. Reach across either way, and just lift this up first. We're not stretching it right now. We're just stretching the leg itself, especially in the back. All right, we're going to turn. Excuse my back, folks. We'll do the other side, just lifting the leg up. But this is the better way to stretch the quadriceps, like this. Some people can do it, some cannot. Now we can also do this in the chair, which we might try later. You can feel it. You can lie down in bed on your side and do it. That's enough. There's always a way to do something, right? So keep that in mind. Some people find this easy. I find it comfortable, but you can do it, as I said, lying down if you're doing yoga. Some of you do yoga, which is so good for us, good for our mind and body, right? So just try it, and if we have time at the end of the show, I will show you how to do it in a chair. Okay, wonderful. All right, now we're going to do this. We're going to point to the back again. We're going to strengthen your lower back. Your lower back. So what are you going to do? You're going to lift that foot up. You're going to bounce it. You can flex your foot if you want. Flex it up or just leave it. Bounce it. 1 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Again, our little knee bend, so we can relax a little bit. The other leg bouncing it. 1, 2, 3, 4. If it hurts anything, if it's really uncomfortable, just stop. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh my gosh, we're really strengthening the lower body for sure. We're going to do something else that's a really good stretch, a really good strengthener. It's part of yoga. I mean, lunges are done in all kinds of exercise, but especially yoga, you sometimes see an ad like this. Now your feet need to be quite far apart. All right, I hope you can all see me. And you're going to bend your knees just a little bit. What I'd like you to do is just get used to it by doing it nice and easy like this. Keep your back straight. Good posture takes years off our looks, right? Shoulder, shoulder, shoulder. I'm just getting carried away here. I think of all these things I can give you. Let's stay over here now. Your knee is bent. You can hold on, or you can actually do it this way. I just thought, you could watch me do it facing you. It's a lot easier. So you're going to bend that knee. Just lift your arm up. Reach. This isn't to stretch. This is. So you're stretching up to the ceiling. Reach, reach, reach. Good. All right. You can feel this right here, and that's your quadricep, right? Now I'm going to do the other one facing this way. Feet apart, holding onto the chair, bend your knee. Make sure your knee is over your toes. It's not here or here. Your foot is flat, so when you do this, you can actually cover your toe a little bit. So just come forward just a little bit, stretch the other arm over. These are called lunges. Let's come back up. It's kind of dancey, isn't it? Do you feel like a ballerina? Oh, I don't know if there are any men doing this. Well, they do ballet too, and they're very strong. They do all the lifting, don't they? Over. Now, if you're going to be a ballerina, if you're interested in that, they like it if you weigh under 100 pounds. So keep that in mind, okay? All right. There's something else we're going to do. We're almost done. Let's take a breath together, up through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. Now, when I exhale, I just naturally go down. I bend the knees. Inhale, I come up. Breathing up through the nose, and then exhaling and bending the knees. There's something called a lunge. Do you know what a lunge is? This is a lunge, right? Watch out for knees. I have a little arthritis in there. Sometimes I feel it, sometimes I don't. If you can do it, just do it. Again, someday you'll be able to do it without holding on. Maybe you are now. You'd have to come back a little, wouldn't you? So you'd have enough chair. So that's a lunge. Let's try the other side. Lunging forward. My foot is straight. It's not turned out, is it? Lunge. Keep that knee bent. Your back leg is straight. Yes, it is. And then we'll come back up. Your feet are flat on the floor. You're nice and tall. You're getting tired maybe a little bit, huh? But it's a good tired. You'll sleep better if you exercise. And then if you take a walk later on today, you will have done all three basic fitness components, which is strength, what else? Stretching, and cardiovascular exercise, right? So there's your plie. Try something else. Now we lunged forward. I'd like you to lunge back with the foot and bend both knees. Yes? Let's try the other side. Let's lunge forward and then lunge back. And then lunge forward. How does that feel? A lot of movement there. A little bit like dancing. Let's do a balance exercise. I like to throw those in. If you can, stay here. Lift the leg up, put it down in front. Lift it up, just put it down. We're not reaching. Up and front, up and back. How does that feel? Yes, feels pretty good to me. You don't have to lift your leg all the way up. It's like you're taking off, like you're going to walk. And then you hesitate, right? Let's try the other side. Lifting up, put it down in front, up, whoops, put it down and back, up, ooh. See this side? I don't know. I'll have to work on that, won't I? Up and back, up and front, up and back, up and front. Good job. Good. Let's kick out. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right, now we're going to do one of my favorite exercises because it's for balance, strength, and stretching. Okay, so here we go. Let's hold on to the chair again, same position as me. And what you're going to do is just point to the back again, glue your toe to the floor, ball of the foot comes down, and then your heel. Can you feel that? Can you feel that? Yeah, it's like a lunge, isn't it? But I don't want you here. I'd like you to push yourself up nice and straight. Pull that chin in. That's where you want to be. You holding on? So we're stretching the back of the leg. If you don't feel a great stretch back there, you have to go back a little bit farther. It's called a runner's stretch or a walker's stretch, right? All right. Very good. Now, are you still in that position? I hope you are. Pull yourself up. Can you let go with one hand? How about two hands? This is where your balance comes in. How about this? Hello, whoops. And down. Let's try the other side. We're going to point. Don't move that toe. Ball of the foot. Pull the heel down. See, my legs are long, so I go back a little farther. When you bend that front knee, which I didn't mention, sorry about that, it should be kind of over the ankle. Sometimes it goes forward a little. Not good for the knee to be pushed forward like that. So bring it back so that it's over the ankle. Push yourself up. You look so much better. I wish you could see how good you look, really. And then one arm is out, and then the other. And then this. Are you doing it? Oops. Good. And down. So what do you think? If your lower body is weak, you're much more apt to take a fall. 1 out of 3 people over 65 will take a fall every year. And if you take one fall, you're more apt to take another. There's something called the psychology of a fall. If you keep saying, oh, I can't do this and I can't do that and I better not go out, you will take a fall. So you have to learn to be active, to exercise like this, to walk when you can. Do the bed exercises. If that's all you do, at least it's something. So keep that in mind, okay? I'd like to try one more today and we can sit down. I think I worked you pretty hard, didn't I? So I want you to put your hands on your knees and I want you to pull yourselves up just like this. Can you do that? I think you can. See how easy that is? Shoulders down. Dancers can't dance like this. They have to have their shoulders down. That's why they look so wonderful, even when they make mistakes, because their posture is so perfect. So here's what I'd like you to do, and I think we did this maybe in the first show, I'm not sure. Clasp your hands together. See if you can stand up without holding on. If you're having a really bad time, you really need strength training, especially for the lower body, right? So make sure you haven't taken a step forward. You're going to sit back down again, right? Try this. We're almost done, I promise. All right. Now you're going to get up. Was it easier or more difficult the second time? And down. Try it again. We really need to do this about 8 times, but we're just going to do 4 today. I'm going to be nice to you today. And we're sitting back down again. All right. Let's try one more. Up and down. So let me know how you feel. We'll find a way so that we can, keep in touch with each other. I'm loving doing this show. I have a lot to give you, but I'm going to try to keep it simple because I don't want to give you everything at one time. I tend to do that kind of thing. So thanks for tuning in, and I really hope I've helped you, at least given you some incentive to exercise, because it will save you. It will keep you healthy for a very long time, hopefully forever. So again, we'll see you next time, and bye for now.